counted the seasons. I've done everything I could do within reason, so I could shoot my gun come a deer hunting season. I took my gun out and sighted it in, shot cardboard targets and a case of beer. My adrenaline was up, my shoulder was blue. I'd done everything a deer hunter could do. I bought a $14,000 four-wheel drive so I could get back where them big deer hide. Early in the morning before the sun comes up, waiting in my tree for a trophy buck. I counted the days, I counted the weeks, I counted the months, I counted the seasons. I've done everything I could do within reason, so I could shoot my gun come a deer hunting season. Sitting in my stand, half asleep, with Mother Nature all around me, when off in a thicket I happened to see a big 10-pointer headed straight at me. Now the rest of my story I don't like to tell. My fingers were cold and my eyes were swell. When I drew my bead to collect that rack, I woke up and dreamed and I was home in this sack. I counted the days, I counted the weeks, I counted the months, I counted the seasons. I've done everything I could do within reason, so I could shoot my gun come a deer hunting season. So I could shoot my gun come a deer hunting season.
When you're safe and comfortable, tree stand hunting can be very enjoyable. It gives one a chance to get out into the deer woods, to slow down and relax, and to match wits with the greatest game animal of all, the magnificent whitetail buck.
Go ahead and shoot.
This is the kind of hunting that we dream about. And those exciting moments between the time your eyes first focus on a big buck and the time you aim, pull the trigger, climb down, and walk up to your trophy are moments that will be remembered for a lifetime. If you want to be a successful tree stand hunter, the kind that has a freezer full of venison and a wall full of trophies, the first thing you need is a good tree stand. Hello, I'm Bob Hice, President of Advanced Hunting Equipment, the company that makes the best equipment for the best hunters. This is Margaret. my wife and hunting partner. Advanced Hunting Equipment is a company that makes the Treeland deer hunting systems. In our brochure, The Treeland's Advantage, we have a checklist which gives 22 features that a hunter needs to consider when choosing a tree stand. This list gives 4 features which affect safety, 8 features which affect hunting success, 7 features which affect hunting pleasure, plus 4 others. In this video, we're going to demonstrate how these 22 tree stand features affect one's personal safety, their hunting pleasure, and their hunting success. In addition to the tree stand checklist, this brochure has a lot of good information about tree stands and tree stand hunting. To get your free copy, plus a current Treeland price list, call or write Advanced Hunting Equipment using the address or toll-free phone number given at the end of this video. In our tree stand checklist, there are 8 features which affect hunting success. These are comfort, noise when carrying, noise during setup, noise when climbing, noise when shifting weight, ability to hunt high safely, ability to shoot with rest aim, ability to shoot in any direction. How important are these 8 features? Let me answer that question by giving you some examples of actual hunting situations. Remember this buck? I was operating the video camera and Margaret was doing the hunting. This deer was taken at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Give Comfort credit for taking this nice 9-point. For without the comfort of the tree lounge, we would not have been in our stands when this buck came by. Let's look at that again in slow motion. Margaret shot this beautiful 10-point in November 1991. This is number 39 and one of her biggest ever. Once you have the opportunity, it only takes a few seconds to shoot a trophy buck. And the opportunity can come at first light in the morning, just at dark in the afternoon, or anywhere in between. This is especially true during the rut. This is another middle of the day buck. The rut was on and this one was chasing a doe and was taken at 1:30 in the afternoon. Give the comfort of the tree lounge credit for another successful hunt. Margaret and I went on our first Canadian bear hunt in the spring of 1991. After flying to Edmonton, Alberta, then driving to Fort McMurray, we loaded our equipment into a float plane and flew to a small wilderness lake. We were 100 miles from the nearest road. Our guides were 2 trappers who were new to the bear hunting business. Our cabin was new also. It was so new that it wasn't even finished. At least we had a roof over our head, one that didn't leak until it rained. The weather was great and the scenery was fantastic. Everything went just as planned except for one small item. The bear stayed out of sight, day after day. This was the hunt of a lifetime, so we didn't want to waste a single minute of it. Most days we stayed in our stands for 10 to 12 hours. We did see some small bears, but we were not after small bears. We wanted something big. Margaret studied the small bear through her binoculars, then picked up her camera and started taking pictures. She loves wildlife photography almost as much as she loves hunting. If you're serious about hunting, you need to put in a lot of tree stand hours. Believe me, we were serious and we put in the hours, but the comfort of the tree lands made the waiting very enjoyable. Our hearts almost stopped when a big male bear came down the trail and headed for the bait barrel. This is a moment we have been waiting for. Margaret very carefully got into shooting position and drew her bow. While Margaret waited for a good shot, I crossed my fingers. The last thing we wanted was to go looking for a wounded bear in the Canadian bush. After eating one fish, the bear reached in the barrel for another, grabbed it in his mouth, and headed back up the trail. Then he walked behind a tree and absolutely vanished. 6 seconds later, he was dead. I had to replay the video several times in order to figure out what had happened. At this point, Margaret does not have a good shot. She is to my left and would be shooting from the bear's left front. But just as he gets to the tree, he makes a right turn. This gives Margaret the shot that she had been waiting for. The waiting has paid off. Margaret has her first bear. Our guide guessed that her bear would weigh between 500 and 600 pounds. We had no way of weighing him, but we did have his skull scored. The official score is 20 and 2/16 inches, which is a full 2 and 2/16 inches above the Pope and Young minimum of 18 inches. It also qualified for the Boone and Crockett Awards book. Without a comfortable tree stand, we would have given up and gone home before Margaret shot her big bear. Give the comfort of the tree lounge credit for this fine trophy.
Make a pretty bearskin rug. Or full body mount.
Noise is the next item on our tree stand checklist. This includes noise when carrying, when setting up, when climbing, and when shifting weight after you're in hunting position. In my book, noise is just as important as scent, for either one can let a deer know where you are. A deer can smell a hunter only if he is downwind and fairly close. But a deer can hear you from any direction, 360 degrees. And once a big buck hears something, he knows almost exactly where that sound is coming from. One way to eliminate the noise problem is to hunt with the tree lounge, for the tree lounge is one of the quietest tree stands made. If you put a tree lounge together properly, it will not make any noise when carrying. This lets you slip into your hunting area without spooking nearby game. You will make some noise when putting a tree lounge on a tree. How much you make will depend on how careful you are. If you're careful, this noise can be held to a minimum and should not be a problem. Once you learn how to climb with the tree lounge, you should be able to climb so quietly that someone standing 50 feet away cannot hear you. If you're careful, you can shift your weight from side to side in a tree lounge and it won't make a sound. A tree stand that rattles, clicks, or squeaks when carrying is bad enough. One that makes any noise when shifting your weight is 100 times worse. How important is this feature? Let me give you some examples. This buck walked out from behind some bushes and was right in front of Margaret before she saw it. It was less than 10 seconds between the time she first saw this buck and the time it took her to stand up, draw, aim, and shoot. And this buck was so close he could almost hear her heart pounding. The comfort of the tree lounge let her stay in her stand until this buck came by. The ability to get into shooting position without making any noise made it possible to get her shot off. This is the lucky buck that Margaret shot in 1990 when hunting in one of our favorite whitetail hideaways. I was making a video of a possum, and Margaret was looking at some bad storm clouds that were headed our way. This buck was right under our stand before we saw it. Having a tree stand that let her get into shooting position without making any noise was a big factor in taking this buck.
Nine and a tiny buck.
But talk about having a big buck almost under your stand. Look at this. When bow hunting, Margaret and I like to hunt about 30 feet high. This time she is only about 12 to 15 feet high. This big 10-point was right under her stand. Margaret and I have been hunting with the treeland since 1980. In all of these years, we have never lost a shot at a single deer because of tree stand noise. With today's hunting pressure, it's hard enough to get a shot at a trophy buck. Why make the job harder by hunting with a noisy tree stand? If you do hunt with a noisy tree stand, one day it will probably cost you a shot at a trophy buck. The next item on our list of tree stand features that affect hunting success is the ability to hunt high safely. There are a number of advantages in hunting high, and there are a number of situations where you need to hunt high, but you should never take chances on safety. We got a real education on the advantages of hunting high when hunting a place called Moonshine Island during the 1990 hunting season. On our first hunt on Moonshine Island, Margaret set up about 12 feet high. She was well camouflaged, well hidden, and the wind was in her favor. This should have been high enough, but this 10-point spotted her. He didn't know what she was, but he didn't stay around to find out. Not hunting high enough cost Margaret this nice 10-point buck. Several days later, this 9-point was walking down a trail that passed right in front of Margaret's stand. She is about 20 yards to my left. This buck is already in easy bow range, but she cannot shoot because there are some bushes in the way. He needs to take a few more steps and she will have a clear shot. The wind shifted and he got just enough of our scent to make him nervous. All we could do was sit there and watch him walk out of sight. Later that same week, we were hunting some persimmon trees. It was mid-afternoon when this 10-point walked out of a thicket and began feeding on persimmons. Margaret came to full draw and was waiting for a broadside shot when the wind shifted. The buck picked up her scent and headed for cover. After missing 3 nice bucks on Moonshine Island, we decided to hunt much higher on our next trip. Our first buck is a big 10-point. The doe which he had been chasing is lying down right in front of him. If you look carefully, you can see the weed shaking where she is lying down. Another doe is behind the buck. Now the buck is lying down. He is about 40 yards from Margaret's stand. Margaret is about 30 feet high. I have the video camera and I am between 40 and 50 feet high. This buck and 2 does were just out of bow range for over 2 hours. During much of this time, they were directly downwind from us, yet they never picked up our scent. Thanks to hunting high, we had eliminated the scent problem. Several days later, Margaret was hunting about 30 feet high when this 10-point came by. It's about time. This buck heard her bowstring and squatted, but not quite far enough. Even though there was very little penetration, her arrow hit a major blood vessel and there was a good blood trail to follow. This is one happy deer hunter. Give the ability to hunt high credit for this buck. Without the tree lounge and the ability to hunt high, this buck might still be chasing does on Moonshine Island. After seeing Margaret miss several good bucks because she was not hunting high enough, I wasn't about to make the same mistake. When it was my time to hunt, I set up about 30 feet high. It's my time to hunt. Margaret is operating the video camera. The excitement of having a big buck under your tree stand when bow hunting is almost unbelievable. Having the ability to hunt high safely was a major factor in taking this nice 8-point. This is a nice 9-point that Margaret shot on Moonshine Island. Margaret is in the same tree that she shot the 10-point out of earlier. And again, she is about 30 feet high. When hunting Moonshine Island, we never got a single shot when hunting 12 to 20 feet high. Once we started hunting 30 feet high, the situation completely reversed itself. We never had a single deer see or smell us. The last two items on our list of tree stand features which affect hunting success are the ability to shoot with the rest aim and the ability to shoot in any direction. Next to comfort, these are the two most important features which affect one's hunting success. If you do get a shot at a big buck and are hunting out of a conventional type tree stand, you will probably have to shoot offhand, like this. When shooting without a rest aim, it's awfully hard to hold your crosshairs on target. They tend to wobble all over the place. And just wait until that buck of a lifetime comes up behind your stand and you try to turn around and shoot to your right rear. This one factor, trying to shoot without a rest aim, is the main reason that so many hunters miss. When hunting with the tree lounge, you can shoot with the rest aim and you can shoot in any direction. On close-up shots, you can prop on your knees like this. Or, on long shots, you can use this position. If a deer is to your right or left, you can shoot like this. If a big buck comes up behind your stand, you can shoot like this. These two features, the ability to shoot with the rest aim and the ability to shoot in any direction, are the major reason that Margaret and I have only missed one deer out of the last 60 we have shot at. We were hunting in one of our favorite whitetail hideaways when this 7-point walked into easy rifle range. Margaret is about 40 yards to my left. There are a lot of limbs in her way, and she waits for him to take a few more steps so she will have a clear shot. Finally, she decides that she can wait no longer. She finds one small hole to shoot through and slowly squeezes the trigger. Give having the ability to shoot with the rest aim credit for this buck. This is another whitetail hideaway buck. This one is a nice 11 point which has been chasing a doe and has stopped almost beneath my stand. Margaret is about 40 to 50 yards away. She gets a good rest, puts the crosshairs on his shoulder, and slowly squeezes the trigger. Thanks to having a good rest aim, she was able to put her bullet exactly where she wanted it. Remember this buck? He was about 80 yards from Margaret's stand. Thanks to having a good rest aim, she was able to make another perfect spine shot. During the 1991 bow season, we saw a big 8-point that we called the lame buck. We saw him several times, but he was never close enough for a good shot. During gun season, the lame buck made a fatal mistake. He walked in range of Margaret's 7mm Magnum. Shooting out of a tree lounge is almost like shooting from a bench rest. You don't aim at the deer, you pick the spot you want to hit. Margaret has shot at 40 deer since she started hunting with the tree lounge. She has taken 39 of these deer home. This kind of record would have been impossible without being able to shoot with the rest aim. This is the 8-point that I shot when hunting on Moonshine Island. Notice where this deer is in relation to the position of my tree stand. He is to my right rear and almost under my stand. This shot would have been impossible from most tree stands. Give having the ability to shoot in any direction credit for this nice 8-point. This is another Moonshine Island buck. This is a nice 10-point with a 20-inch inside spread. This buck was chasing a doe and crossed a small opening approximately 50 yards behind my stand. I had to shoot to my right rear and I had to shoot fast. This is another buck that would still be chasing does on Moonshine Island if I had not been hunting with the tree lounge. Here's our 10-point again. Notice where this deer is in relation to Margaret's tree stand. Here is another deer that is to the right rear and almost beneath her stand. This shot would have been impossible from most tree stands. With the tree lounge, it was a piece of cake. Give credit for this buck to having the ability to shoot in any direction. This wraps up our 8 tree stand features which affect hunting success. By now, I hope you realize how important these 8 features are. There are 4 tree stand features which affect safety. These are tree holding ability, stability when shifting weight, strength or weight capacity, danger of falling out of stand. One or more of these 4 features are involved in almost every tree stand accident. One of the biggest causes of tree stand accidents is hunters going to sleep and falling out of their stands. Sometimes the hunter just leans over too far and loses his balance. But many times he falls because his tree stands tilt to one side as he shifts his weight. The design of the tree lounge makes it almost impossible to fall out of one stand. When climbing, you're sitting in a sling seat between 2 side rails. Turning around is easy. Once in hunting position, your body is supported by the sling seat between 2 side rails. It is possible to fall out of a tree lounge when standing on the bow hunting adapter. So, when bow hunting, you should always wear a safety belt. Another safety feature of the tree lounge is its excellent stability when shifting your weight from side to side. Other accidents are caused when a poorly designed or poorly built tree stand breaks. This type of accident is usually caused by a homemade stand or an El Cheapo model that you bought on sale. The tree lounge is not likely to break, for it is designed to support 1,000 pounds of static weight. Here, I have suspended a platform from the sling seat of the tree lounge and have placed 40 concrete blocks on the platform. The total weight of platform and blocks is approximately 1,200 pounds. Another major cause of tree stand accidents is tree stands that slip because of limited tree holding ability. This type of accident is usually caused by tree stands that use a V-bar or metal band which grips the backside of the tree. The lever grip design of the tree lounge has fantastic tree holding ability. It will even climb a metal pole. In fact, Margaret and I have been climbing metal poles with the tree lounge in hunting and outdoor shows for over 10 years. In 10 years, the tree lounge has never slipped a single time. When you're out in the woods alone and are climbing 20, 30, or even 40 feet high, it's nice to know that you have the safest tree stand made. Just knowing that you have the safest tree stand made can greatly add to the pleasure of tree stand hunting. In our tree stand checklist, there are 7 tree stand features which affect hunting pleasure. These are comfort, ease of carrying, ease of setup, ease of climbing, worry about safety, ability to change clothes in your stand, ability to take a nap in your stand. How important are these 7 features? Again, let me answer that question by giving you some examples of actual hunting situations. We have already demonstrated how comfort can affect one's hunting success. Now, let's talk about how comfort can affect one's hunting pleasure. It is very hard to enjoy yourself if you're sitting in an uncomfortable tree stand and are hurting in half a dozen places at once, or worrying about going to sleep and falling out of your stand. Just think about it. An uncomfortable tree stand can completely ruin the pleasure of a hunting trip. It can turn a hunting trip into a miserable battle of endurance. An uncomfortable tree stand can also greatly reduce your chances of seeing or shooting deer. There is lots more waiting than shooting when tree stand hunting. When you're safe and comfortable, the waiting is easier and the hunting is more enjoyable. Tree stand hunting can be a very enjoyable way of spending an autumn afternoon. It gives one a chance to get out into the deer woods, to slow down and relax. It also gives one a chance to observe undisturbed wildlife. This is what deer hunting is all about. The tree lounge is the most comfortable tree stand made. In fact, the sling seat of the tree lounge is just as comfortable as a lazy boy recliner. This comfort lets you enjoy your hunting and lets you stay in your stand for as long as you want to hunt, even for an entire day. The tree lounge telescopes into a compact unit for easy carrying. Once you learn how, it takes 2 to 3 minutes to take a tree lounge off your back and put it on a tree, ready for climbing. Climbing is so easy, it's almost fun.
Like a pretty bear skin rug. A full body mount.
The tree lounge was a major factor in the success of our Canadian bear hunt. Shooting that bear only took a few minutes. Waiting for the opportunity took over 100 hours of stand time. During the long hours of waiting, we enjoyed the wilderness beauty that surrounded us. When we got hungry, we ate. When we got sleepy, we took a nap. Since the tree lounge gave us all 7 of the tree stand features which affect hunting pleasure, we were able to enjoy every minute of our Canadian hunt. Thanks to the tree lounge, our Canadian bear hunt was one of the most enjoyable hunting trips that Margaret and I have ever taken. And it is one that we will remember for the rest of our lives. In addition to the tree stand features which affect hunting safety, hunting pleasure, and hunting success, there are 4 other features that one needs to consider when choosing a tree stand. These are ability to adjust angle after climbing, available accessories, versatility, and tree damage. When choosing a tree stand, one needs to look at what kind of accessories are available. If you want a tree stand that has a good selection of accessories to choose from, you need to look at the tree lounge. For the tree lounge has more practical and useful accessories than any tree stand made. When I designed the tree lounge, I didn't just design a completely new type of tree stand. I designed a whole new line of deer hunting equipment that would suit the needs of a wide variety of hunters in a wide variety of hunting situations. This is the Tree Lounge System 1, which is our basic unit. The System 1 includes a tree lounge, carrying straps, wedge and bungee cord, foot climber, and hardware. This is the only tree stand we make at this time. By adding 1 or more accessories, the Tree Lounge System 1 can be adapted to fill the needs of most tree stand hunters. This is the Tree Lounge System 2, which consists of the System 1 plus 3 accessories: a pair of gun holders, a utility pack, and a pillow. This is a system that would be most practical for the average hunter. This is the Tree Lounge System 3, which consists of the System 1 plus 5 accessories: a pair of gun holders, utility pack, pillow, chill pad, and sport saw. The System 3 is recommended for the serious gun hunter, the kind that wants to spend his hunting time in his tree stand instead of telling tall tales back at camp. This is the Tree Lounge Bow Hunting Special, which consists of the System 1 plus 3 accessories: a bow hunting adapter, a Tree Lounge safety belt, and a steep angle pad. This unit gives the bow hunter the safety and comfort of the tree lounge, plus an excellent shooting platform. This is our Margaret Special, which consists of the System 1 plus 11 accessories: a tree nest, sport saw, utility pack, bow hunting adapter, safety belt, sniper shack, gun holders, tree lounge knobs, bow hunting adapter knobs, extended foot climber, and steep angle pad. The Margaret Special is extra trouble to carry and extra trouble to set up, but it sure takes the misery out of tree stand hunting. This is the Extended Foot Climber, which is new for 1992. Extended Foot Climber lets you place your weight farther away from the tree and makes climbing a little easier. This is the Tree Lounge Safety Belt, which has 1 belt that goes around the tree and another belt that goes around the hunter's waist. Both belts are equipped with automobile-type seat belt buckles, which permit easy fastening, easy unfastening, and easy adjustment. The strap that connects the body belt and the tree belt has a quick adjust buckle. The Tree Lounge Safety Belt gives the tree stand hunters the features he needs for easy use and safe hunting. This is our sport saw. This is a saw, not a toy. The sport saw comes in handy for cutting small limbs when climbing. This is a pair of Tree Lounge wheels. The Tree Lounge wheels convert the tree lounge into a handy camp cart. The camp cart is great for hauling a big buck out of remote areas. This is a sniper shack that can be used as a ground blind, as a tree blind, or as a rain shelter. These are just a few of our tree lounge accessories. Check our catalog and price list for additional items. If you want a versatile tree stand, you need to look at the Tree Lounge, for the Tree Lounge is the most versatile tree stand made. The Tree Lounge can be used as a climbing tree stand, or by using limbs or screw-in steps, it can be used as a non-climbing stand. It can be used for gun hunting, Or, with the addition of a bow hunting adapter, it can be used for bow hunting. It makes an excellent cleaning rack. It can be used as a litter type carrier. With the addition of a pair of tree lounge wheels, it makes a handy cart for hauling deer or camp gear. And after being used as a tree stand, a cleaning rack, a litter type carrier, or a camp cart, it makes a very comfortable camp lounge. Another item to consider is the ability to adjust the angle of your stand after getting into hunting position. The tree lounge comes with a wedge and bungee cord. If you need to adjust the angle of the tree lounge, just hook the bungee cord around the tree and climb the tree lounge up on the wedge until you have the angle you want. In effect, the wedge makes the tree bigger again. This makes it possible to adjust the angle of the tree lounge after climbing to your hunting position. With most climbing tree stands, you have to look at the tree, guess how high you want to climb, and then guess where to put your V-bar so that your stand will be level once you are in hunting position. If you guess wrong, your stand will not be level. Then you have to climb down, adjust the V-bar, and start all over again. Depending on where you hunt, tree damage could be a major factor to consider when choosing a tree stand. Tree stands which have spikes are illegal in some states and on most public land. Tree stands which use a blade to grip a tree can do considerable tree damage and are illegal in some states and on most public land. The tree lounge has no spikes or blades which can damage trees. On most trees, it will only make a small dent in the bark. Margaret and I have been hunting with the tree lounge since 1980. In this time, we have collected a number of nice trophies. When we went back and made a study of the hunting trips that produced these 20 trophies, we discovered a very interesting fact. We found that one or more of the tree stand features which affect hunting success was a major factor in the outcome of every one of these 20 hunts. Quite often there was not just one, but a combination of 2 or more of these 8 features that helped bring a trophy home. It made no difference whether we were hunting with a gun or bow. Except for the ability to shoot with the rest aim, the 8 tree stand features which affect hunting success apply to gun hunting and to bow hunting. And it made no difference whether we were hunting whitetails in the swamps of the deep south or hunting black bear in the Canadian wilderness. We found that these 8 features work the same. To be quite honest, these are not Margaret trophies, and these are not Bob's trophies. They are really tree lounge trophies. For hunting with the tree lounge made this kind of hunting success possible. If we had not had the tree lounge to hunt with, most of these 20 trophies would have died of old age or would have ended up on another hunter's wall. In addition to improving our hunting success, the tree lounge has taken the worry, the misery, and the hassle out of tree stand hunting. Our trophies are fine, But hunting with the tree lounge has given us something far more important than trophies. It has made it possible for 2 senior citizens to get out into the deer woods and to enjoy the great outdoors. I designed the tree lounge, and I own the company that manufactures the tree lounge and the tree lounge accessories. Yet I am the first to admit that the tree lounge is not the best choice for all hunters or for all situations. However, I can't think of any one piece of equipment that can do as much for a hunter as the tree lounge can. And I sincerely believe that a tree stand is the most important piece of equipment that a deer hunter can buy, for the kind of tree stand he uses will have a direct effect on his personal safety, on his chances of seeing or shooting deer, and on his hunting pleasure every time he climbs a tree, trip after trip and season after season. The tree lounge is the only tree stand made that can give a deer hunter all 22 of the tree stand features on our tree stand checklist. No other type of stand even comes close. The tree lounge and tree lounge accessories are not sold in retail stores or mail order catalogs. They're sold factory direct only. Let me show you why this method of selling is best for our customers. This chart shows how most tree stands are sold. They're made by a manufacturer. They're sold by a manufacturer's rep to a distributor, who then sells them to a retail store, who then sells them to the consumer. Each of these middlemen have to add a markup in order to stay in business. The manufacturer's rep usually adds 10% to the factory price. The distributor normally adds 25% to the rep's price. And the retail store normally adds 40% to the distributor's price. The product that gets to the consumer is exactly the same, only the price has changed. Normally, the retail price is about 2.5 times the manufacturer's price. By buying factory direct, our customers can save 30 to 40% off of normal retail price. By eliminating the markups of the manufacturer's rep, the distributor, and the retail store, they can get a premium quality product at a bargain price. Anyone can buy the tree lounge and tree lounge accessories from Advanced Hunting Equipment without risk. For Advanced Hunting Equipment is a reputable company that has been in business since 1980. We also have an excellent warranty. If you buy a tree lounge from Advanced Hunting Equipment and are not satisfied with it, you may return it within 15 days of date of purchase for a full refund of the purchase price. To order a tree lounge or for additional information, write Advanced Hunting Equipment Incorporated, P.O. Box 1277, Cumming, Georgia 30130. Or give us a call. Our toll-free phone number is 1-800-233-0459. Our office hours are 9 a.m. till 5 p.m., Monday through Friday, Eastern Standard Time.